Hi everyone, my name is Michelle. I am your host. There's a new podcast on the block. You've just tuned in to Giving Light Incorporated every Sunday at 2. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to talk to you. Hi, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for returning. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad that you're back with me. This is Reversing Your Power, sponsored by Giving Light Incorporated, and I am your host, Michelle. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in. I'm so excited. I give tips every Sunday. There's so many podcasters out here that we get to share with one another. And this podcast is really just to inspire you, bring in awareness, and give you some tools. That's what I like to do. I like to give you tools. And this Sunday, I'm giving tools on bankruptcy. Right. Bankruptcy. And why do people file bankruptcy? They file because of hospital bills. They file because of too many credit card debts that they can't catch up with. They file because they just went through a divorce and one of the spouses has all these bills on their credit report and they can't move forward as a single person. So there's so many reasons. Maybe you had a car accident and that could cause you to file bankruptcy. But if you had student loans, you cannot put bankruptcies, you can't file those student loans in your bankruptcy. If you have child support, you cannot file that in your bankruptcy. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, you cannot file bankruptcy on government debt. That's correct. If it's government debt, if you've been in an accident and it's your fault, you can't wipe that out either through bankruptcy. But there are some things that you can file bankruptcy that actually helps you. Number one, there's a chapter 7 and there's a chapter 13. Chapter 7 wipes out all your debt, meaning that you get a copy of your credit report, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Okay, you get all three of them because they all are reporting different debt, different creditors that has your name, and they say you owe them, whether it's in collections or whether it's in judgment. So get all three reports. Chapter 7 allows you to wipe out all of those doctor bills, all of those credit card bills, all of the utilities. They allow you to give your car back. It allows you to keep your car if you're current. So it's a new way to start life all over again. It's a new way to get forgiven from that debt. It'll stay on your credit report for 5 years, I believe. 5 years. Okay. But after 2 years, after filing Chapter 7, you can buy a house. Yes, you can. And you can start getting credit again after you've been discharged from Chapter 7. So you say, Michelle, well, how long does it take to get discharged? How long does it take Chapter 7 to even pan out? Well, you can, like I said, you can get a lawyer or you could do it yourself. You want to write down all your bills on all the forms. If it's just too much, sometimes lawyers only charge you $300 to $400, but it's a peace of mind. It's a peace of mind, especially if you got a bunch of collections, if you got judgments, if you got a bunch of doctor bills. Who's going to give you credit with all this stuff on your credit report? Nobody. So again, go to a lawyer. Go get free consultation. He'll tell you what you need to do for Chapter 7. A lot of times it'll take maybe no more than a good 90 days, 3 months, and that's just to go through all the steps, okay? But it frees you up. It allows you to now build your score back up. It allows you to start getting credit again. And now if you want to buy a house, all you got to do is wait 2 years after you file to Chapter 7. And if you have a car, you need to file Chapter 7. As long as it's current and you want to keep it, you can keep your car. A lot of people believe that once they file bankruptcy, it's such a bad thing. There's nothing bad about it. It relieves you from the stress. It allows you to start life all over again and take matters in your hand. This is why this show is called Reversing Your Power. Now you get your power back because as long as your credit's shot, you have no power. You have no power to purchase. You have no power to save money because everything goes to
the creditors. But wiping that out through chapter 7, it frees you up. It eliminates the stress and allows you to say, oh, I can breathe again and I can start all over. You may have a house, you may have a car, you may have assets, real estate that you don't want to get rid of, and you don't have to. Matter of fact, chapter 13 allows you to stop the foreclosure. It allows all these creditors to say, it stops the brakes. It gives them a red sign. It puts up stop. Don't go nowhere. I have just filed a chapter 13. You can't take my house. You can't take my car. I want to keep those. And that is a way of consolidating all your bills into one for the next 5 years. And what the trustee does through your lawyer based on your income, because you got to have income to be in chapter 13 to continue to catch up on your past due bills, your past due mortgages on your car. This is how you keep it, this is how you catch up, and they're consolidated and they're even reduced. Those credit cards, those collections, those bills are reduced, but they're in your chapter 13. The whole reason that you're filing chapter 13 is because you have assets, you have houses, you have land, you have cars, and you want to keep them. You may have fallen on some hardship, you got behind, but you got a job, and now how do I keep them? You keep them by getting a lawyer and you let him know that you want to keep this. And he will suggest a chapter 13. If you have your own business, still go speak to an attorney. You worked too hard to lose these things. Yes, you did. If it's a chapter 7, you don't have nothing. Start all over, get all that stuff wiped out, and then start accumulating land and houses. That is the best income that you could ever have. Okay? Yes, a job is good, and a job you work your butt off and you're trying to get raises, but when you invest in houses and you start small and you start fixing them up, you renting out rooms, you go into a realtor school and learn about real estate, you will learn that is the most lucrative income that you will have without having a job until you get the job. I'm not telling you not to get a job. I'm telling you to buy land. I'm telling you to buy houses. I'm telling you to start small. I'm telling you to file a chapter 13, clear that credit report up, and get some wisdom, get some understanding of what you need to do to bring in some good income to feed your family, to put food on the table, and to grow. That's right. I'm telling you to file a chapter 13 if you're behind on your bills and you don't want to lose them and you're stressing out. Get a lawyer and save what you've worked so hard to get. So if you like these tips that I've given you today, yes, I want you to give me a call. I want you to go on my website and say, Michelle, I heard you talking about bankruptcy. Can you tell me more? This podcast is about you reaching out to me and me having conversations with you and what works out best for you, and reminding you there are some things that you can't put in bankruptcy. But if you don't have these government debt and you have these other debts that I just mentioned, and it's a little bit too much for you, contact me at givinglightinc.com. You'll find a phone number there. You can call me, you can email me, and I will answer. So if you like these tips today, this is what I got for you this Sunday. I'd see you next Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday, and I can't wait to see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
I just want to say thank you to all of my listeners. Thank you for tuning in every Sunday at 2 p.m. I am your host, Michelle, and you have been listening to Giving Light Incorporated, a nonprofit organization designed to meet you wherever you are. I can't wait to see you. Can't wait to talk to you next Sunday, every Sunday at 2 p.m. Talk to you soon. Take care.